It is present everywhere. We get it from the rocks under our feet as well as from the sun's rays in the sky. Radios, cell phones, and televisions all contribute to it. Certain fruits, vegetables, and nuts provide it for us to absorb. Radiation, however, varies greatly. Non-ionizing radiation is a term used to describe electromagnetic radiation, which includes radio waves, microwaves, visible light, and infrared light. Ionizing radiation, on the other hand, which ranges from electromagnetic spectrum waves to X-rays and gamma rays with wavelengths shorter than ultraviolet light, can result in illness and even death. Its ability to ionize, that is, separate the positively and negatively charged ions, in physiological tissues is what causes these effects. In general, the degree of ionization caused in the body is inversely related to the likelihood of adverse health impacts, in a somewhat complex way. It is known as the dosage. We have learned more about this relatively new subject over the years, which has led to changes in how ionizing radiation is measured and characterized. Radiation dosage and risk evaluation. The Röntgens unit, named after the discoverer of X-rays, Wilhelm Röntgens, was first used to measure dose in air. It was required to convert air dose to absorbed tissue dose, initially measured in rads, where 1 R equals 0.8 radians, because ionization cannot be detected in tissue. The gray, GY, which denotes an absorbed dose of 1 joule of energy per kilogram, is the fundamental unit of absorbed dose since the advent of metric systems. For radiological protection reasons, absorbed dose is unfortunately not very useful because 1 gray of the various radiations, gamma and X-rays, beta particles, neutrons, and alpha particles, is not equally harmful to tissue. The Sievert SV, a hybrid device, was consequently unveiled. Hybrid since it is actually a measure of risk rather than radiation exposure. As a result, we refer to the corresponding dose of 1 sievert as having the same danger as, for instance, 1 gray for X and gamma rays or 0.05 grays for the more intensely ionizing but less penetrating alpha particles. However, there is an additional difficulty because not all of the body's tissues are similarly sensitive. Muscle tissue, for instance, is far less responsive than bone marrow and a child's thyroid. Therefore, the term effective dosage is employed, which likewise measures in SV and includes the equivalent dose correction. In this manner, the risk can be expressed as an actual risk to the person even if only a portion of the body is exposed to radiation. This makes it possible to combine the hazards from many exposures. When administering significant doses, more than 1 sievert, to the entire body, the unit SV should not be utilized. Low doses are typical. Everybody is typically exposed to 2 millisieverts, MSV, of background radiation annually throughout their lives. Diagnostic radiology may give us a dose of up to 10 to 20 millisieverts, for example, 10 millisieverts for a CT chest scan. At the Chernobyl accident, firefighters and plant personnel received doses of several GY, and within 60 days, these levels caused acute radiation illness to claim their lives. Usually, 4 to 5 grays supplied during a few hours will be deadly, but if delivered over a lot longer time, it can be tolerated. According to a very rough rule of thumb, 1 sievert carries a 10% lifetime risk increase for cancer. Although the danger of developing cancer may last the rest of one's life, it is rare to do so before 10 to 20 years have passed since exposure. Therefore, exposure to cumulative natural background radiation up to the age of 50 years, equals 100 millisieverts, raises mortality from 25% to 26% and the lifetime risk of cancer from 30% to 31%. Based on this, the Chernobyl accident will be responsible for somewhere between 30,000 and 60,000 cancer deaths globally, but primarily in Europe, and many more are still expected. If there is a dose below which there is no impact, the question is whether it exists. There is no justification for a threshold because everyone has received at least 10 millisieverts of natural background radiation by the time they are 10 years old. All radiation doses, regardless of how tiny, carry a certain amount of danger. For defending yourself from radiation, click on the link below the video. Please like and subscribe our channel for life-changing content and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.